What's going on, everybody? It's Ricky from Video Homicide, and today I want to talk about this movie from Brandon Cronenberg called Possessor, which is badass. Of course, Brandon Cronenberg is David Cronenberg's son. Of course, David Cronenberg did Videodrome, The Fly, Scanners, History of Violence, Eastern Promises, tons of great cinema. He's a master of horror. He's a body horror legend, and his son has picked up the the pen and paper and the camera, and he's starting. Well, he's not shooting it, but I mean he's directing these films. This is about his third or fourth film that he's done, and my God, I was blown away by this movie. It's so like his dad, but so far removed and modernized. I loved it, man. So this video will be filled with spoilers, of course, because it's hard to talk about a movie like that without giving away a few things. I'll try to keep it a little, not too spoiler heavy, but give you the gist of the movie and a couple of my favorite scenes for sure. So the film starts off with this woman who's getting ready at a mirror, and she's like messing around with something in the top of her head, and you're like, what the fuck is she doing? Like, what is this? And there's like a little bit of blood involved. She's kind of crying and stuff. And with that, it jumps to her at like this dinner party, and she's wearing like a blue jumpsuit. She's walking around the place, and then she sees this really kind of fat dude and goes up, and she just stabs him right in the fucking neck, and blood is flying. Like, she's stabbing him like multiple times. Like, this is like that chick that killed her boyfriend in the fucking bathroom a couple years ago. I forget what that case was called. Jodi Arias. It was like some Jodi Arias type shit. And after she stabs this dude, she tries to shoot herself in the head, but she can't. And then all of a sudden the cops rush in. She points the gun. The cops take her out. And then all of a sudden another woman, this white woman, the previous woman I was talking about was black. So this white woman wakes up in this weird kind of like alien headgear. When I say alien, I mean like alien from, when they find that the space jockey, like one of those kind of things. And Jennifer Jason Leigh is there, of course, from Fast Times at Ridgemont High fame. She was in White Boy Rick, Hateful Eight, tons of good movies. And she's a great actress, but she's kind of running this show. And what the show is, and not like a TV show, but like this situation is like not hit mafia, but like almost like a hit squad, where there's all these people, assumingly a bunch of people doing these hits, and they're doing it in this weird way where their consciousness is taken and put into another person's body, and that's how the crimes are taking place, or that's how they happen. And it's crazy because it's kind of like a Matrix kind of feel, kind of like an Avatar kind of feel, without not putting that movie down in any way if you consider that a put down. But it's like this Avatar deal where, you're controlling another person. And with that, a lot of dangerous stuff could happen, and a lot of crazy shit does happen in this film. So our main chick, that's her first job of the movie. And then next thing you know, she's going to see her family. And there's like this weird kind of thing she does before going into the house. And like, she's apparently divorced from the husband, but they have a kid together. They still fuck. It's this kind of strange dynamic. But with that, before she enters the house, she's saying all these things, like she's practicing what she's going to say to her family, almost like she's a teenage boy picking up his first date. You know what I mean? Like, hey, how's it going? Hey, how's it going? What do you got there, Jimmy? What do you got there? And then as soon as she goes into the house, she's saying these things very naturalistically, and it's like, what the fuck is going on with this movie? And she gets, her and her husband bang, and then she leaves. She wants to go back to work. She's called back to work by Jennifer Jason Leigh. And once she gets back to work, there's another contract given to her, and it's this dude who's like, she's gonna take over the body of this guy who's dating like this tycoon's daughter, and his job is to kill the tycoon, kill the daughter, and then kill himself. And once she gets into the body, like, it's not working out totally in her favor a lot of the times, because this guy is kind of becoming conscious to what's going on without being fully conscious of what's going on. He's very confused, but it's almost like in a Candyman-esque fashion. He's doing stuff and then kind of coming to and being like, what the fuck, like killing people, and then kind of snapping to. And it just leads to a lot of crazy situations and a lot of brutal kills. Like, Sean Bean is in this film. Sean Bean, of course, was Boromir in Lord of the Rings. He was in National Treasure, and he was in just tons of movies. Like, he's a world-renowned bad guy in film. I think he's in one of the 007 films, to be exact. But he gets killed with a crowbar, and it is fucking it's body horror. That's body horror, man. Like, it's brutal. not body horror in the same terms as like, you know, David Cronenberg's Videodrome where he's taking the gun out of his chest, but more along the lines of like, yo, this guy's getting his head beat in with a crowbar and his teeth are getting pulled, and like it's this whole situation, man. It's a brutal, brutal, brutal scene, to say the least. And the end scene is one of the most ballsy scenes that I've seen since like, I would say Assault on Precinct 13 in terms of cold-blooded killing of a child. There's, you know, at the end of the film, our guy discovers where, you know, this woman lives with her family and goes to the family, or goes to the husband and the son's house and does what he does, and then something happens to the kid, and I'll just leave it at that, because this movie is full of stabbings, full of beatings, shootings. There's lots of sex, there's lots of violence, so it's got everything you need for a good night, you know, a regular Tuesday night. So yeah, man, with that being said, David Cronenberg's Possessor gets the stamp of approval from me. Walmart gets the stamp of fuckery from me, because look at what they did to my copy. But with that being said, there is a digital copy of this, which I might do a little bit of a giveaway. There's another movie, I seen the trailer for it at the beginning of this. It's called The Green Knight. Check that shit out if you get a chance. Anyways, thanks for watching. Definitely check out the Teespring account. Definitely check out the Facebook. Definitely check out the wallet. Links to all that will be in the description of this video. And with that being said, adios. Thanks for watching. For real, man. It's cool. I'm back in the groove of making these videos, so just stay tuned, buddy.